You're listening to a main feed episode. Go to patreon.com/Celtic Ligers where €5 a month gets you weekly full-length episodes, stray bonus content and access to the back catalogue. Also helps cover hosting and gives us money for sweeties. Thank you. Celtic Ligers.
Recorded 24th of October 2025 in front of a live studio audience.
And the audience is not mic'd, despite what Kieran from Corner Spady said.
Yeah, welcome to Celtic Ligers podcast. Did you say that?
Does he sound louder than me? Does he sound louder than me and better than me?
It's not a competition.
Just say yes or no. No. Speak again. Hello, I'm speaking, he's speaking.
Don't encourage him.
What? Okay. We'll keep at it. It'll be fine. It'll all be good. So hello and welcome on this little election day. Election day.
Did everyone vote?
Yeah, did everyone vote actually? I forgot, I didn't even think about asking. Yeah.
What? Huh? For who? It was Zainab's first election because she just got her citizenship earlier this year. And she had to write in Maria Steen herself, put a big bell end on Jim's forehead. Yeah? I missed that. What did you say?
It's all right. Yeah, I don't know. So wait, I'm going to look up. We've written down stuff that we're going to talk about.
Well, why do we...
an intro first.
Yeah, why do we check in with the audience?
Yeah, sorry. Check in with the audience.
Like live at the Apollo. So who do we have? We have my housemates over there.
Yeah.
Do you know anyone in the audience?
I don't know.
And remember
to look into the back, see if I...
Yeah, remember the rule of three. So the important... You say a normal one now.
I see, yeah. Anybody? Enda? There's Enda. Former guest of the podcast. Enda.
Yeah, when we did a stream. Remember on the stream?
Yeah.
The New Year's stream.
Yeah.
And third, who do we see? Oh, is that Simon Harris?
Yeah. Yeah.
What a young man.
Yeah.
All the way from
Wicklow.
Yeah.
Greystones is technically Wicklow. Culturally it's
Dublin.
This is a fundraiser to send Simon Harris to Lourdes.
Yeah.
To sort of cure whatever's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
You. And we have...
They're booing you.
Yeah.
I think they're booing you, Simon, but I'm not sure why. And we have a little gift for you to enjoy the show. A nice bar of chalky. So you sit down and enjoy the show. And remember, the doctor said only 2 squares, okay? Doctor said you can have a treat, but 2 squares.
Yeah.
Okay? So we'll check in with Simon later in the show.
Yeah. Good.
Do you have anything to say to our esteemed Taoiseach?
I didn't know he wore glasses, but
yeah,
maybe that's just on like press things or
he's
something.
getting sicker by the minute.
Yeah.
His eyes are failing. When he started the job, he was 24. Now he's 58. After only a few short years.
58 years old. She's 58. You know the one where it's like, my daughter drew this one.
Oh yeah.
58 years old she is.
Talking about the Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
My Taoiseach did this one. Everyone's like, oh, he must be 24. Wrong. 39. 2 billion. Isn't that right?
2
Eighth
billion.
month.
2 billion. Billion with a B.
Billion. I thought it was 2 million.
My dad, can you tell me if this is true? My dad said the reason it's taken so long is because they built it curved to try and be cool.
It's an oval.
Yeah, that's it. Like, so he said if it was built a square, it would have been cheaper.
Probably.
I'm just saying, you know.
What do we think? Square or circle? First of many audience polls.
Yeah.
Circle? Hands up for circle.
Okay. Well,
Interesting.
the eyes have it.
What does that mean? What does that imply?
The eyes have it. What?
No, they're all for circles.
Why are you asking me?
Come on, Gareth.
I got nothing.
Let's think about it.
Circles. They're like balls, I guess.
Yeah, they're all balls.
They're all obsessed with balls.
Oh,
But
balls.
of course, as it the actual thing looks like a big fanny. Have you ever, from above,
That's where the children come
the
out.
children's hospital?
That's where the children come out.
I'm just wondering if that was the idea behind it.
You think that it was like...
Well, so I went to multi-denominational school.
Speak
No,
into,
not
speak
showing
into
off
the
or
mic.
anything.
Speak into
But
the
the
mic.
building, what?
Speak into the mic.
I am. Like right directly into the
Okay.
microphone. And they built the school with like a butterfly window on the top of it. I don't know what you call it, but it looks like a butterfly landing on top of it. And they said it was like meant to look like a book to like represent learning, do you know?
Oh.
So then I was like, well, if they think like that and then they build a children's hospital, it looks like a massive fanny.
I think you're thinking of Dublin Airport. Like Terminal
I've
2.
never seen that from above, so I wouldn't know. I'm just telling you what I saw with the children's hospital.
Okay. Are you going to go?
If I'm lucky. Lucky. We're actually raising money to send Simon Harris there if Lord's doesn't work out.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Lord's?
No. Have you?
My dad went.
Yeah.
And he was getting the bus and someone died on the bus. Couldn't save him.
Yeah.
Even the power of prayer.
Well, he was trying to kind of get there. He's fading, and they're just like putting the pedal to the floor. It's like
Yeah.
too late. Yeah. If he'd only gotten there in time.
Yeah. Do you pray, Simon?
3 times a day.
As you should. After you brush your teeth.
Yeah. After I have my square of chocolate. After I have my 3 squares of chocolate.
What?
After I have my 3 squares of chocolate.
That's a treat.
We said 2. Don't eat that third one. Put that third one down. Put that third one. 2 squares of chocolate. Put it down. The doctor said.
Yeah.
And the doctor will be in a minute now and he'll be very angry with you.
I've got his phone number. I'm ringing him.
Yeah. I did that to my niece.
Did you?
Yeah. Works a treat. And then she spooked me because I was asking how Crash was, and she said a scary man came in and was looking at me. And it was like a Halloween thing. It was like a skeleton or something. Can you believe they let a skeleton in there?
Micheál Martin, anybody? It's a political
Yeah.
podcast. There's going to be some of that.
There's going to be a few barbs.
And there was Micheál Martin. He had to be invited in.
Because he's this. As well as being a skeleton, he's a vampire.
I think there's a bit of an overlap there.
Let's explore this. Let's explore this one.
You're always trying to explore the things that I think are, hey, there's no more meat on that bone. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just like
Skeletons.
Micheál Martin.
That's another one. So there's normal jokes. There's also political jokes. That was a normal one.
Okay.
About skeletons and bones.
So we've met Simon Harris.
Mm-hmm.
Do we do the next thing?
Oh, yeah.
Whatever
I'll look
that
up-
might be.
I've written up things. So we have two amazing halves to this show. Where's my phone? Fuck. The first half is called Weirdos, okay?
Yeah.
And this is where we're going to relegate all of the weirdos from this presidential election. Because what a presidential election
Yeah.
it's been, folks. How many of you lived through, James?
15?
Yeah.
We'll count them together.
All right. Cool.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3. How many are there? How often does it happen?
How many presidents have there been, or how many
Well,
elections have there
been 10 presidents.
All right, and then some of them have served double terms. So this fucks everything.
That fucks it right up. Too many.
I'll just say 4. I'm going to say 4. Wasn't it?
I'm going to say 5.
I was just actually. So I was.
Do you count this one?
I was born. Yeah, I'll count this one. I was born 4th of November 1990, and my mum was planning to vote. She was registered twice, so she was planning to vote for Mary Robinson twice, and she couldn't vote for her either time because she ended up being in Labour with me. So apparently that was when the election happened. So I'm going to count that one as one of the elections that I've been present for.
Okay.
So that's Mary Robinson.
Right.
And I thought she served 2 terms because she felt like she had.
No, she left early. Not only did she not serve 2, she only served 1.
Yeah.
She left 6 months early.
Yeah. Why? She took a UN job.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Yeah. The UN. Barely, might as well not even exist anymore. Huh?
Yeah.
It's political. So, the Mary Robinson, yeah. And then there was Mary McAleese twice.
Yeah.
She came and visited my secondary school.
And she got a lot of the goodwill of Mary Robinson, in my opinion.
Yeah, because her name was Mary as well.
Mm.
I do genuinely, some part of that is like,
100%.
they look sort of like each other. They don't really, but like, if you squint.
Yeah.
And they're both called Mary.
Yeah. They're both presidents.
And this is really embarrassing to admit, but I didn't know that Mary McAleese was in Fianna Fáil until like last year. I didn't realize she was like that. Because also presidential elections, I don't really pay attention to them until this one. And even then I wasn't prepared to pay attention to it, except that a bunch of things happened that made me pay attention to it.
Okay.
So then there was Michael D. Michael D's nuts, 2011. I remember that there was some girl that I fancied and I was like chatting with her, and then she was like, we had taken some Michael D poster and brought it home, as you do, students, crazy, next to the bloody traffic cones and the fucking.
Were you high? Smoke weed?
Was I?
Yeah. Go out, steal a poster.
The embarrassing thing I had a Doctor Who poster because I bought it at one of those they had like a poster I would love to still have this poster, even though I'm ashamed to own it. I don't know, that doesn't make sense, but it was if anybody remembers Series 5 of Doctor Who, where the Daleks.
Anyone?
Enda's nodding right there. Yeah.
You know where this is going.
But there's a bit where the Daleks pretend to be robots, and Churchill,
I thought they were robots.
They're not robots. They're aliens that are in armored casing. All right, so
that's a robot.
No, it's not fucking. It's organic material inside.
That's a cyborg.
No, all right, whatever. It doesn't matter. The point is, they're aliens. The point is, there was like Winston Churchill.
Easiest job they ever had.
What?
If you ask me.
The
Easiest job. They pretend to be robots.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And they've done it more than once as well, as far as I'm aware. Enda, confirm. All right. Thank you. I love that there's some people here, it's like, political journalists, and then it'd be like, need to confirm this, look to the back, and then it's like, need to confirm Doctor Who details. Enda, I'm trying to think of another Doctor Who question to ask. But anyway, the point is...
It'll come up again.
Yeah, it'll come up again. They were pretending to be robots, and so they had these like V for Victory posters with the Daleks, and I had one of those posters.
Why does a robot have a poster?
Because they're going to like march towards war. They're going to take on Hitler. One country stood up and said no more.
Wait, the Daleks fought Hitler?
No, they didn't.
They're not so bad after all.
They did a double cross.
Who were they for in the end?
I can't remember. It was a really bad episode. I don't remember what happened in it. I just thought that it was a very iconic.
Were they for Hitler?
And I had a Silver Surfer poster as well.
Were they for Hitler?
Well, they were working on the side of the Allies, and then they kind of had their own agenda that they were trying to.
Hitler's agenda.
Not even. I don't know what happened. I think there was a bit where they lit. Enda. They lit up London. They turned on all the lights in London, didn't they?
You can't do that.
What? During the Blitz.
The Blitz is on.
That's exactly it. No? Forgettable. Mark Gaddis. Only good one he wrote. Unquiet Dead, IMHO.
Was Hitler in it?
No, he wasn't, but he was in that season or like the next one. Yeah, Let's Kill Hitler was the name of the episode.
And who killed Hitler?
Well, they didn't kill him in the end, but they almost did. River Song.
And they let him go.
Hmm?
They let him go.
I think so, because it was something about it's a fixed point in time. We need to let this happen.
Right.
Anyhow, I didn't look at the list and see what we were talking about posters. We were talking about the elections. That was it. So I had the campaign poster for Michael D. And then this girl that I was chatting up, she's like, "You're not into him, are you?" And it immediately like put me
You're
off
not
of her
into
in a big
Hitler,
way.
are you?
She's like, "You're not voting for him." So fucking yes, I am.
For
Get out of
Hitler.
my house.
Did you say that?
No. But apparently my dad got into a fist fight with somebody in Galway back in the 1970s over Michael D as well.
They said he was short.
Yeah, he was. He's not. He's really tall.
He's normal.
Yeah, he's normal.
How do we feel about Michael E. Higgins in this room?
Yeah, what's the opinion?
Too short.
Yeah. Actually, that was another. It's just the little ladies getting. I'm a magnet for them. But
Yeah.
one of them that I dated, one of these ladies, her mother was like, "What do you think of Michael D?" And I was like, "Oh, I think he's all right." And then she's like, "He's like little goblin up there, representing us." And she was really like offended at how ugly he looked, and he was representing us.
I'm offended.
So how many of that? Do we actually count any of those? Mary Robinson, 1.
So you wrote the
Mary
one who
Magdalene's.
left, the religious one, the short one.
Short one. And that's
That's it.
5.
5. We have it. The 5s have it.
Now we're on the 6th.
Okay.
And it was Catherine Connolly. So anyway, weirdos. Well, we don't know if it's Catherine. Whatever. Look, I'm just telling you, here's the weirdos section. Spoilers. Because we're going to go into normals.
Did anyone vote not for Catherine Connolly in this room?
Yeah. That's good. Simon.
Who did you vote for, Simon?
I voted for Heather Humphreys, my mentor.
Your mentor. That's so mental that she's your mentor. And you were Taoiseach.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But you know, she taught me everything I know, and now she's going to represent us all up there on the national stage.
Well, our prayers are with you, Simon. Keep strong.
So yeah, here's a sort of audience interaction game that we have. We want this is before the main candidates were selected. People shout out.
Cast your minds back.
Cast your minds back. Shout. We want to get a comprehensive list of all of the people who attempted to run for the presidency. We got one at the back, which isn't really fair because you were there when I was putting all this together.
Get
Which
the ball
person?
rolling, Zainab.
Get the ball rolling. Zainab. Joanna the Weather Lady.
Let's write this down.
You're fucking... I can't believe you.
Come on, Gareth, write it down.
Fucking bastard. I was saying here, before this even started, do we have a pen and paper? He's like, don't fucking have a pen and paper. We'll just like call them out.
I have a pen and paper here.
Okay. I'm writing it in my phone.
Yeah.
And the first one is Joanna Weather Lady. Is it Joanne or Joanna?
Anyone
no one
know?
knows. Joanne.
And does she have a second name?
What is it? Weather Lady.
Okay.
And then this is another part of the game where we say one thing that we remember from our campaign.
My mum said she was sort of scandalous on the weather. And I don't know what she meant by that.
I'm just trying to imagine, like, temperatures are going to be hot.
Yeah. Did she like swear or something?
Yeah.
When she did it? Does anyone watch the weather?
Raining in Kerry. Winds fucking over here.
Yeah.
Those are the 3 things that we have in Ireland weather-wise, I think.
What was the third one?
I said wind.
Yeah.
And I said rain. And I said heat.
Okay.
So I guess you could say sun if you wanted to.
If you wanted.
What about the roads?
What about
slippery? Slippery. No, whatever.
Now
We're
you
not going
say
there. What was she? There's nothing to go to. It's just that I'm already getting uncomfortable doing like
sexual humor.
Horrible, disgusting.
It's not a sexual show.
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
what it's like when it's unedited, unfiltered.
Yeah. Your mum nearly came,
Oh
so
my fucking God. She booked 2 tickets, and it was like, and then she like sent a text like, hope it goes well tonight. And I was like, is she going to surprise me and show up? And then I was like, I hope she doesn't, because I don't want to see her and have to say. And then she didn't show up. And then I was like, kind of, why didn't she show up?
yeah. She's probably out there banging on the door.
Yeah. She was canvassing for Connolly
late.
in Galway. So I presume she's, and I was asking her, what's the kind of temperature on the doors? And
Ask
she
Joanna.
said,
Am I
how's the
right?
weather? Am I right? And I was like, yeah. Anyway. And she said, fine. They seem to be pretty into, would you believe they seem to be pretty into Catherine Connolly in Galway,
Really?
if you can imagine. And she said there was only one time where they were outside Lidl and they were handing out like flyers, and they were, would you vote for Catherine Connolly? And this person went, certainly not. And my mum said it like that as well.
What
So
did you-
Joanna Weather Lady said, I remember that basically she was on Virgin Media Tonight and she's like, I'm running to be president. And then I think Kieran Cuddihy basically was like, well, why? And then she's like, it's a good question. I hadn't thought about that. There was like a few things like that.
Yeah.
Where, and then
they were like, what's your, why didn't you run for the party? And she was
Yeah.
like, I'm not really into No.
that was it. Yeah.
Why didn't you run for council, or why didn't you run for TD? She said, I'm not into politics.
No, that was another person, but she did say something similar to Kieran Cuddihy.
Who was that?
I have no idea. I can't remember them. That one's going to be difficult because there was a great journal article where they showed up in Dublin when a bunch of people were trying to imagine the journal showing up in Dublin. But
Yeah.
they did. But they showed up at like some Dublin City Council nomination thing, and there was like there's a bunch of weirdos who we didn't even know from like at all. I don't think that was the only time they showed up.
Yeah.
But there was one of them who was asked, like, they were like, what would you do? And they were like, oh, I'd fix housing. And they were like, you're not going to be able to do that. Do you know, like, what would you do as the president? And then they went, I'm not really political.
All right.
But she said something similar. But what ended up happening was she did that interview and it went really badly. And then she pretty much immediately dropped out. And then they asked her, like, why are you dropping out? And she goes, I think I kind of looked before I left. You know what I mean? I should have put a bit more thought into this, probably. And I was kind of thinking, like, would you not put any thought into being president? Do you know?
So how many votes do we have for Joanna the Weather Lady? Who's voting for her? Great. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe she'd known that. She would have stayed in. So there's Joanna Weather Lady. Next one.
Any
She's got
others?
another one. Anyone else?
You don't have to raise your hand.
Nick Delahanty. Woo! Crime
My
illegal.
co-worker, I think I told you this in the kitchen.
Yeah. You've also said it on the podcast twice. But not everyone listens to it. So
you want to hear it again?
of course you do.
My co-worker has long hair, and he has a dog, and he pays a man to pick the dog up in a van and drive it to Donamead or somewhere like that, and then drop it home again. And the van is full of dogs because he drives all over Dublin. Like, this guy lives in Milltown. And that guy's Nick Delahanty.
Yeah. So Nick Delahanty.
That's his job.
He has like a doggy daycare, but apparently they provide like a courier service for the dogs.
But like the amount you're driving, I know I've said this, but the dog is in the van all day.
Yeah. And there was a very funny moment during when they blocked the ports for that Palestine demonstration. And then there's like him filming himself in traffic. He's like, what? They should be locked up. I'm stuck in traffic. And you can just imagine like all the dogs in the back just like everybody's like, where's my dog? And it was like, I'm trying to get them to
These fucking protesters killing these dogs.
I was like, people are like, it's just a bit of traffic. It was like, if you were in that situation, you'd be looking for them to be executed.
Yeah. It'd be hard not to be angry.
Yeah.
As the barking slowly stops in the back.
So he ran that business. He did the other thing, he was a former Vulture Fund lawyer as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Something like that, or he's an accountant or something. I can't remember. Anyway, the other thing that he did, I know this sounds like, oh, they can't remember, they don't know any of it. There's so many of them, okay? I remember the make crime illegal. Jesus, don't get that wrong. You want to make it illegal, not legal.
If he signed that into law.
We were making fun of him, and I just fucked up there, you know?
Yeah.
So who's the real fool? But there was another one where it's like, they're looking for the nominations in Galway, and they were like, we're waiting until 4 p.m. and then we're going home or something. And then they were like, this is about to close up here. And then Nick Delahanty's on Twitter like, keep it open, I'm nearly there. He's like, I do love how like they like mediate it through Twitter as well. So they really like, because like spoiler alert for jumping ahead slightly for the Spoil the Vote campaign that we're going to announce later on. Not weird, well, they've already announced it. But he they're all online and they're like, wait until you hear our voices roar in unison, you know, and you're kind of thinking like, I think you're in for a rude awakening. It was like, I can't believe the establishment silenced us. They mustn't have been counting all, like they'll find some way to like rationalize it. But like, because everything is on X, the Everything app, they really think like, this is a huge contingent of people. Wait until they see. But so that's Nick Delahanty. We're missing a big one so far. Missing the one the pundits love. That was actually a big one, but that wasn't the one I was thinking of. But I'll put that. We'll talk about McGregor. Well, this is another one where McGregor stood outside Leinster House. Thank you. Yeah, that was the one I was looking for.
Right, but we're talking about McGregor.
We're talking about McGregor, but I have Maria Steen now underneath.
No, we'll come back to delete that.
Okay, sorry. What about like it's nearly Halloween and it'd be like
yeah, you can say that in a minute.
All right, well, can I write it down so I don't forget it?
Okay.
Frankenstein.
McGregor used to come into my workplace. The forecourt. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Yeah. That's my applause as well because I'm up here too. There was I saw him one time and he like outside. What's that? Central Hotel, and a car pulled up, and then the curb there is it's not that high, but it is a little high, and he had to jump up onto the curb, and then he like wobbled, and then he had to like settle himself, and then he went like that, like just to recover, and but he was like up to there on me. He was about half the height of me. Very small man, apparently. Also, he's found God today. Curious.
Today?
Yeah, did you see that? He goes like, I'm just getting a lot of power from my faith and believing in God. Like all these guys.
Oh, did you see the video of him? And some American guy was like, my son is sick. Will you pray for him?
Yeah.
Like he comes up to him in an airport. And McGregor's like, yes, I will pray for him. Like no humility.
Yeah.
And in the back of his head, he's like, I'm going to cure him.
Yeah. Because there's like prayers down here and there's prayers up here. Okay.
Yeah.
My ones have more of a chance of getting answered.
Yeah.
Than the lowly prayers down here. But yeah, what was it? He did find God. He interviewed Tucker Carlson in the
I went out to try to see that.
Yeah.
I went to his pub. We thought it was in his pub.
Yeah.
So we went to his pub. We didn't buy anything, don't worry. And
we're not. That's.
I don't remember that.
Did you not know that?
No.
Huh? There's not really much more to it except, like Azalea Banks was basically like he sent me his nasty dick.
Oh yeah.
And then
I like how racist she is against the Irish.
Yeah. That's my.
It's a real.
I do
throwback.
I can't help it. I find like that old timey racism against the Irish to be very funny.
Yeah.
Like in The Simpsons, like who will provide for me, little ones? You know, that sort of. But yeah, he was basically saying all this horrible shit to her, and then she was like, "I've got like you sent me dick pics. I will." And then she posted them.
Yeah.
You get to see them, and I was like, I wouldn't have been fucking poking the bear if I'd known that stuff was out there.
Which one's the bear?
Azalea Banks.
Oh yeah, okay.
Also, Azalea Banks. Did you see that she went like full Zionist?
And then she went. Sorry.
Now she's gone like It was like what were people saying? It was like it was like a Trojan horse type thing.
I think you just found Israelis too annoying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Well.
Yeah. But I suppose it would chime. The old school anti-Semitism does rhyme with the old school anti-Irish stuff as well, doesn't it? Like the way she talks about it is like, what's the one? Phrenology, you know?
Yeah. And she
Anyway.
knows her. She knows her stuff. It has to be said. The stuff you were saying about the Irish was spot on. So anyway, that's McGregor. That's Azalea Banks.
Wait. So he
Who do
announced
we-
it in front of Leinster House. And he was
Which?
like, you know, he's in the candidacy, and he was like, I'm going to take this fight for the Irish people. You know, the weird way he speaks now.
Yeah.
And then the next week, he dropped out. He didn't even contest. He didn't even get one nomination. He didn't even contest any of them. But I think one of the other ones is that he was on. They showed that announcement of his candidacy on Gogglebox, and Michael Healy-Rae was one of the people watching it. And I thought it was interesting because he was. What did he said? Something to the effect of like, Conor McGregor was saying like that everybody inside Leinster House was like illegitimate, and then Michael Healy-Rae is like, everybody in that house has been voted for by the public. And he's given out to. I just found that really funny, where it's like, welcome to the resistance.
Yeah.
Because I would have thought like Michael Healy-Rae would
Thank
be
you,
like, you know, I don't
comrade.
agree with everything he says, but you know, very different Michael Healy-Rae there all of a sudden.
So we have who's voting for Conor McGregor?
That's 2,
Okay.
3,
3.
4.
Who's voting for Azalea Banks?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty much everybody. Okay, full house.
Full
Next one is because it's Halloween. This is why I wrote it down.
House.
What about Maria Frankenstein? Huh? She a doctor?
Ollie? How do you feel about that? Yeah.
So Maria Steen, I think she was like, one of the things I read about it was that she was saying, she was asking Michael McDougall, like, are you going to go in? I really think you should go in. And he was like, no, I don't think I will. And then she was like, well, I'm going to go in. Will you support me? And then he left her on Reed. Or Steen, or whatever the kids say.
Red.
Red, thank you. Reed. Past tense. But eventually she was like, okay, I'm going to go for it. And he's probably going to feel like he'll have to do it. And then he didn't do it. And then she was raging. And then he wrote a big article about like, I told her specifically I was not going to nominate her.
I thought he left her on Reed.
Well, that's what she said.
Okay.
But then he said that he sent something, which I don't believe he did.
Right.
Because I don't trust any of them. I don't trust fucking a lot of them. Anyway, Maria Steen ran.
Yeah.
And then apparently, like, I don't know how it works, but she tried to do like a Shannon route, wasn't it? Where she's trying to get a bunch of people from, like, trying to go the Oireachtas route.
Yeah.
As opposed to going around to the councils. And then she also left it very late. And then she came very close. She like was like too shy.
Yeah, she
or
nearly
something.
had a.
Or
I think she would have won.
if she'd ran.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Do we?
What about it?
I forgot about that guy. Yeah. That was a funny detail. Yeah, these were
What?
good. Do you remember the guy he's like an Irish guy who moved to America and now has like an American passport, but he actually now lives in Indonesia and he has some sort of company. And he was basically like,
What's
that
his
was
company?
so fucking funny. I can't remember the company. What is Zainab? Do you remember the company?
Fisherman?
That's what I mean, but with the company. Okay, so he was like, Jim Gavin had like sex with a young one, not like a young one, but
It
more
was
like
his daughter's friend.
his daughter's friend. So you can say that,
We can say that here.
but it's not like, yeah, it's a safe space. But apparently, like, so there was some American poster who basically just goes, the truth will come out on October 24th. And then they were kind of like, or October 14th or something. And then everybody was in the replies going like, why don't you release it now? Because it looks like you're making it up when you say that. And he was like, just you wait. And then Jim Gavin, I guess, pulled out before he pulled out before that was an issue. But anyway, it turned out that like he had rang Maria Steen and was like talking to her like directly, and then David McCullough he's like hosts prime time as far as I'm aware, but he does the news as well, and so they on the 6-1 News they'll like interview candidates, people, whatever, and so they had on Maria Steen and they're interviewing her, and then they go like, he's like, so what was it about that guy like rang you and you were just like talking to him, and she's like, yeah, he just kind of called me and I was talking to him about this information with Jim Gavin. I don't really have any control over who calls me. And then Dave McCullough just like, okay, next question. And then he kind of keeps going. And then clearly a few minutes later, there's somebody like screaming in his earpiece, ask a follow-up question, fucking idiot. And so then he goes like, yeah, how did he get your number? Actually, I just wanted to ask. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Okay, well, that's all the time we have. And then it's like back to the news. And I was like, all we heard about that just some random American guy, well, Irish, but now American and culturally American as well, is now like ringing Maria Steen and being like, I got the dirt on Jim Gavin. And also he was promising, he got into some back and forth with exchanges with Conor Gallagher from, either one of the Connors from the Irish Times, Conor Gallagher or Conor Lally, but I think it's Conor Gallagher. But Gallagher was like, just messaging him going, what's this Maria Steen? And he was like, oh, just you wait. And then the other thing that happened, and then he kind of like, he said that there was a bunch of like Irish expats who were not happy with the way politics were going and who were raising money to try and start insurgent campaigns.
Earls.
And
from the Flight of the Earls.
What?
He's talking about the Earls from the Flight of the Earls.
I'm not familiar with that.
I'm
not a scholar of history.
Does anyone know? 1600s, man. Look it up.
So all these people went to Trinity.
1690.
Right, yeah. I'm but a humble animator, okay? I can freaking draw you, Earl. My
name is Earl.
If anybody knows that, my name is Earl. That was the other Earl. Fuck.
I have a joke.
Is there another Earl?
I have a joke.
Okay, go on.
Why are Conor McGregor and Maria Steen similar, the same? Because they like expensive bags.
That's pretty good, yeah. I forgot about that was the other thing, the bag, yeah,
and Tom.
Oh, so he...
I don't pay for them.
But he, there was like, she came out and she was like, yeah, I'm stepping down, I lost, I guess, I don't know what she said, but she goes like, she's like holding like a bag that's like 25k or something.
Yeah.
And then she was like, they were like, why did you have a bag that was 25k? And it was like, to own the libs. I was like, it
worked.
I feel like there's cheaper ways to do that.
It worked, man.
Yeah. Hey, we're talking about her.
I was throwing plates at the TV.
That's why she's in the lead now. Huh?
I was fuming at the TV.
Yeah. Spitting.
Yeah.
Frothing at the mouth.
Yeah.
Anyway, any other candidates that people have? Bertie.
Yeah.
Man, we were robbed, honestly, there. I'm still convinced that he would have won as much as I love. I wouldn't have voted for him. I'm just saying he would have won.
I've definitely told this one, the story.
Yeah, but this one's good. You have to tell it again. Because for the night that's in it.
Yeah. Did I do another story? Yeah, I'll tell it again. I was living in the Liberties and I came home. My front door was wide open. And there was a naked man standing sort of like at the other end of this room. And I was like, what is going on? And my housemate came down. He was like, oh, this is Skip. He pissed himself in my car. I was like, what happened? And he goes, well, we were driving through Drumcondra and he wanted to hop out and take a piss on the side of the street. And he was just about to. And then Bertie Ahern walked by. And he wanted to get a selfie with him. And so he did that. Instead of pissing, I guess. And I saw a picture. And it was Bertie Ahern and Skip and piss running down Skip's leg. And that's why he would have won. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even Catherine Connolly, I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
I don't think she'd be doing that.
I don't think, if I went up and I pissed myself, and I was like, can I have a photo with you?
Yeah. What would she say?
What?
What do you think she'd say? Let me guess, she'd avoid the question.
Yeah,
she'd avoid
the question.
She'd just go on about America or something like that.
Rehabilitation or some fucking shite.
Yeah.
The military-industrial complex made me piss my pants or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you poor man. The military-industrial complex did this to you.
What was it? There was... Oh, yeah, the other thing was... God, something else that he did. Bertie. Well, anyway, the other one was the funny picture where, you know, like...
Yeah.
where he's like fucking giving daggers to Micheál Martin at that event.
Yeah, there's also the creepy picture. Do you remember that one? It's like no one had seen him in like 10 years. Because he'd obviously like kept the head down after the crash. And then this picture emerged from him and he just looked like a decaying apple.
Yeah.
Like it was so weird. And I was like, that's the man who ruined this country.
Yeah.
So who's voting for Bertie?
Full house
Piss and
again?
all.
No, 3. What?
What? Piss and all.
Piss and all is good. Is there any more to say about Bertie that we don't know? Not really.
Yeah, we could be like, he doesn't have a bank account.
Yeah. And he didn't.
He bloody didn't. Minister for Finance, only in Ireland.
Next candidate. Who do we have for the next one?
Ask them.
Ask them. Anyone? Bob Geldof said he would have walked it. He should have run if he thought he was going to fucking walk it.
He was at school with my uncle.
He was at school with my dad.
Oh, yeah. And apparently he didn't do any of the stuff he said he did. He said he wrote not like that. He wrote a lawnmower into the school.
I heard that. My dad said that did happen. But
Well,
then,
my uncle,
yeah.
who I hate,
Yeah.
said he didn't.
Yeah. Well, your uncle, who I hate, is a liar.
This is my uncle who got into a fight with a pig. I've told you this one. He got into a fight with a pig when he was 6, or maybe a bit older, maybe 10, and because he was bullying the piglet, and the sow charged at him, and he ran away and he knocked all his teeth out, and then my granny stuck his teeth back into his head with her thumb, and he still has them. And they're black. They're completely black. And he says Bob Geldof didn't do it.
Do we think Bob Geldof would have walked it?
No.
No. Okay.
Why? Why did you say that, Ollie?
Who else? Who else we got? Gareth Sheridan has my name, not my politics. What was the deal with him? He was just like a business guy.
Yeah, he was just a freak, I think.
Just some freak. Yeah, he skipped one of the councils that we could have given. And then it went to my boy down in Cork. What's his name again? Zainab. Kieran McCarthy. I don't know. Like, I'm not saying he's my boy. Like, he's an independent. So right there. You know what I mean? You got to... obviously, good independence. But I'm going to have to do some
Name
research
one.
before I commit. Catherine Connolly. Okay. Oh, yeah, Thomas Pringle. What was it? But he's just some like... He was like the mayor of Cork. And he... I don't know if it was Derek Bly or Ross Lahive who came over to him while he was walking down North Main Street during some sort of parade or something. It was a festival. And then he come, you know, the racist thing of coming up and sticking a camera in your face. And I mean, what do you have to say about children being mutilated or, you know, whatever. And then he was like, I've been looking forward to seeing you. Oh, what a beautiful... And you start singing at him. And then Ross, whichever it was, Ross Lahive or Derek Bly, I think it was Lahive, gets like so infuriated with them, he makes a grab at his chain, which is like...
Don't touch the chain.
The chain is like hundreds of years old. It's like
chain is the seal of office.
It's like a very sensitive gold filigree. And then apparently what ended up happening was he took Ross Lahive's phone and then just fucked it away.
Really?
And then, you know, obviously then they go, he abused me, assaulted me, he threw my phone. And you're like, good enough for you.
I like when you go, you'll see a regional town. Boo. And and they have like a Lord Mayor, and they have like the shittest chain. You know, Dublin is beautiful. Cork, I'm sure it's nice.
It's all right.
But then when you go to like Burr or somewhere like that,
It's made out of like crow's bones and things like that.
yeah, it's just like it's gross. Yeah, when you put it on, your head gets really old. You get dementia straight away.
But yeah, he was. Oh, the other thing that happened is there's a thing in Cork called the Dragon of Shandon. Just looking at Helen for approval. And correct me on any detail of this that is wrong. But Dragon Shandon.
He's made it up.
It's a Halloween. It's like a Halloween parade. that
Like
takes
father,
place.
like son. Lie after lie.
But like all the floats, for some reason, in some instance, they're made of like sellotape, and so they make like a giant dragon made out of sellotape, which looks incredible. It's it's so cool. But they also, it's like a Halloween thing, so it's meant to be like what do you call it? Like the dark version of Cork City. Okay, so like instead of the Echo, it's called, what was it called again, Zainab? Like it was called like Zainab's, by the way, Zainab's the evil version of the Echo was the bad Echo. But no, it was like the Cork Echo. It was called like the Cork Death Rattle, and they had like printed out copies of it that they'd hand out to people, and then he was there as like the ghost mayor, okay? And instead of like smiling at everybody, he was just going around glowering at everybody. And if like kids came over to him and tried to shake his hand, you just look at it and walk away. And he was doing that for like hours. You know what I mean? Like I just was like, and it's pouring rain, and I was like, you know what I mean? If you were to, you know the way some of these people are like, oh, keep politics out of the presidency.
Yeah.
It was like Kieran McCarthy would have been your ideal candidate in that way, but it's like, no, he must also be incredibly racist, and he must be, or really religious, and kind of, because we need that diversity,
Yeah.
What about like left wing? No. We need more right wing diversity.
We've been on for 45 minutes.
Oh shit! Fuck.
Any more presidential candidates?
We really need to speed things up then, because I got some really good stuff here in the first half before we. Oh yeah, Michael Flatley. Yeah, fuck, I forgot that one.
Any others?
Fintan O'Toole for a brief second.
Oh yeah, he would have been good.
Yeah.
He interviewed Obama.
Yeah.
For €150 a ticket.
Oh fuck, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That was crazy. That was so crazy when they did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just that thing where it was like, we're not going to say, the game changer. They're really going to change the game.
Yeah.
To get behind the left-wing candidate. Yeah, okay, let's go into this one. What was it? So is Zainab there? Okay. We're going to check in with our rural correspondent, Donny McGee, okay? People from previous streams will know of Donny, his excellent work out in the field, literally. So if you pull that up there, Zainab.
Hello lads, Donny McGee here. Firstly, just wanted to say a big thank you for reaching across the aisle and getting the sensible opinion of an everyday small town business owning farmer from rural Cork. I do appreciate that, and I appreciate you having me on. I'll just do a quick rundown of the candidates there for your presidential special. We have, Catherine Connolly, obviously. Wouldn't be one for me now, being an IRA sympathising socialist, communist, Syrian spy woman. To top it all off, wouldn't be the type of candidate for me. Then, of course, you have Heather Humphreys. I thought about it. I thought, well, we give the prods a go. And in the end, she dilly-dallied on fox hunting. And I thought, no. She's lost my vote there. I'd kill every fox I meet, I'll tell you that much. And then Jim Gavin, I know the man. I know him, I've met him through the GAA. I've always thought he was a fierce prick now, if I'm honest with you. And then I heard about the whole stealing $3,000 from a tenant, and I thought, he's got my vote. That's the type of man we need in the Áras, I'll tell you that much. I know he's dropped out now and he's taken his name out of the ring, but I'll be putting it back in, I'll tell you that much. But if you were asking me to make a prediction now, I'd say the President of Ireland is really how the Irish people like to see themselves. And deep down inside, I would say the majority of Irish people, if they were asked, push come to shove, they'd say deep down inside they'd like to see themselves as a lesbian from Galway who can play soccer. And I think at the end of the day, that's a... Huh? What? Sorry, the nephew here has just told me she's not lesbian at all. But sure, lads, then why can she play soccer?
Thank you, Donny. Okay, we have to speed it along, do we?
We probably do.
Okay, so then the next one we're going to check in with is another correspondent, and our friend who made that video sent it in, not having seen the video that I'm about to show you. But we're checking in with our correspondent, Val Martin, up in Monaghan, if anybody knows Val. So I was like, how's he feeling about the presidential election? And here's a section from a much longer video that I cut down to size. Say that.
Folks, the presidential election campaign in Ireland, there's no need for me to tell you where it stands. And now you have Jim Gavin on the ballot paper, and he says he doesn't want the job, and you have a complete Hames. The Taoiseach Micheál Martin apologised to the party, but not to the people. Now, a poll out yesterday, I told you what I'm doing. I'm spoiling my vote. I'm writing Steen on it. But a poll out yesterday found that Catherine Connolly was actually leading. Now, you had left-wing presidents, Mary Robinson, and you had Michael D. Higgins. So they're used to them. Catherine Connolly's a bit more left-wing and a bit more radical. She might be very pro-Palestine. Which
I just love the way he said
good
Palestine.
for the balance of government. But anyway, if she's doing well and if she wins, it will be a kick for the Fianna Fáil Fine Gael people. I maintain it's such a pity that those who oppose the government's corruption all have to be Castro lovers and lovers of Kim Jong-un and communist to the core. Keir Starmer is a communist. Look what he's doing in Britain. And Catherine Connolly is a fellow traveller of Keir Starmer. Anyway, I don't know who'll win, but it'll not be. I won't have much to say. I've told you what we're doing. We're spoiling our vote. Some people are writing Enoch Burke. Some people are writing Steen. Maybe the right thing is put Enoch Burke and Mary Steen on it. I don't know. But that's up to you. I hope there's a good vote for a spoiled vote anyway to let them see. And it might get some publicity.
That goes on for a further, I think, like 8 minutes. And my favorite thing about those videos is sometimes he'll be like, anyway, that's me. And then you look at the bottom and there's like 10 minutes left. And he starts thinking about something again to say. So he did that about the Keir. The other thing is that like I obviously had to check in after Enoch Burke then endorsed Heather Humphreys. So yeah, Val's opinion on that is first, because remember when the Burkes disrupted that event on St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah.
So he was talking about them like, well, I don't like what's happened to Enoch Burke and free speech, but they are a bunch of mentlers, okay? And another one that he had, I love the stuff with Israel-Palestine, because for a while he was trying to figure out like the way to take with it, you know? Because this whole thing is about how like they're killing kids and all this.
Yeah.
The Irish state. And then when you have the state that is like just killing kids, he's like, I've spoken about Gaza in the past, and some of you don't like when I say that, so I won't be saying that much about it. And so he doesn't talk about that at all. He'll just talk about like Elon Musk or something like that. But yeah, anyway, I was surprised that he was like, oh, the bunch of the Burkes are a bunch of fucking headbangers that make us look really bad. And so then when he found out that they were endorsing Heather Humphreys, they were like, that's one line of thinking, and he's suddenly like a bit more nuanced on it. But he's like, I wouldn't be doing that now, and I wouldn't. They were saying that a vote for spoiling your vote or a vote for Catherine Connolly is a vote for evil, which I'd agree with. You know?
Yeah, I support evil.
Yeah. But anyway, that's Val. So then the next thing, just to wrap it up really quickly, was the Spoil the Vote campaign that came out. And
who is spoiling their vote? Put up your hands if you're spoiling your vote. Love to see it. It'll show the people in the polling booth who's boss.
Yeah. Look at this, and they're like, you just put it in the box. But it's funny. I just put it in the box. Thank you.
But it's dangerous.
Yeah. Oh, you can't handle it, sir. Please leave me alone. So yeah, there's been a bunch of people behind this, but one of them is Paul Trevaux. Does anyone know him? Paul Trevaux, famous restaurateur from Killarney.
Yeah, we talked about him on the pod. He's a fellow middle-aged man who took up social media.
Yeah. He used to have a show in 2014 on like TV3.
Called what?
I don't know, it was Cooking with Trevorrow or something.
Right.
And like, so he is like, I'm going to show it. We're going to see a little video of him in a minute, but he is like, I don't know how, like, he's the baldest man I've ever seen in my life. Okay. And I know that like when you do that with like, you know, they say about that in the UK, oh, he's really bald. Well, get ready until you see, it's just a big popular thing over in the UK that their commentators are all extremely bald, you know? They're all gamins. But this guy, wait until you see how bald he is if you haven't seen him already. Okay?
Andrew Neil?
Andrew Neil's pretty bald.
Is he?
Yeah. Well, he's not bald. He's got like the...
So he's not bald.
Whatever. You know the guys who have like the big foreheads? You know what I'm saying? Like the bald foreheads. You know, the kind... Whatever. Fucking... I don't have time for this. We have to move on.
Everyone has a bald forehead.
What I'm saying is that you don't have any... You know the receding hairline that goes like, well... Andrew Neil's got like a mad receding hairline, doesn't he?
He's
got pretty thin hair. I mean, he's old.
He's 70.
Whatever. Anyway, we're the semantics here, okay? It's a well-known thing that a lot of these right-wing commentators are incredibly bald. Wait a minute. But Paul Trevorrow,
Eddie Hobbs,
yeah, he was involved in the Spoil the Vote
he's
campaign.
a thick head of hair.
Yeah.
See, George Hook was on his podcast.
George Hook, yeah? Interesting. George Hook.
Yeah.
You know, I noticed that you were trying to prove me wrong, and then you mentioned George Hook.
No, I didn't.
But yeah, he's basically this, has to be seen to be, so yeah, during COVID, you know, our small businesses are on their knees, obviously.
Yeah.
The restaurateurs had to be bailed. Give us money. And then they're like, here's some money. I want more.
Yeah.
And then they're like, here's some more. Not enough. Keep going. And that's what it's been like every single time. And Paul Trevorrow like really got off on the idea of being interviewed by RTE and all these people. And then I guess once that sort of dried up, he just started filming himself talking about it. And he just goes on these big mad tirades and rants. And so here's the Spoil the Vote talk that happened yesterday. Yeah, they had a presser where they all appeared in this panel along with some big racists. Can't remember him. But then there was this one where they tried to set up a Twitter Spaces, and then because Twitter is so fucked, it didn't work.
Yeah, that never goes well.
No. And they were like, they're trying to silence us. And then people are like, Elon Musk is trying to silence you. I was like, it goes all the way to the top. So play that clip, Zainab, please.
It's official. The lefty loonies have lost the plot. They have, can you believe, they have tried everything to block our spaces on Twitter, which is taking place in about 10 minutes at 8 p.m. tonight. They've done everything. We can see it in the analytics, the algorithms, and all that kind of stuff. They have done everything. First, they'll tell you who you can and can't vote for, and now they're trying to suppress freedom of speech. So I'm doing this video, putting it on all my other socials. If you haven't seen that link and you're wondering, go on to my Twitter profile. Just go down, you'll see the link for the space. Tell everybody about it. Post this video, if this is what you want to do on the Spoil the Vote, post this video through your WhatsApp group and all that kind of stuff, because these guys, this is how pathetic, they're quite pathetic. This is how pathetic they are. They have reported us for doing a fucking spaces tonight on Twitter.
He's laughing.
On Spoil the Vote. So starting, I'm going to go now quickly, starting 8 p.m, go onto my Twitter, go down, you'll see the link, and join us, and tell as many people as you can to go, fuck you, lefty loonies. See you in a few minutes. Hopefully.
I think somebody said on Twitter that he's doing like the maximum amount of Decker faces. You know? Like, well, I couldn't believe that it wasn't like because his face is so peculiar, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love it.
And he is extremely bald. Like, he's basically skinless. It's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of again. Sorry, speechless. I don't have anything to say about that. It speaks for itself. What?
We have a song.
And now we're going to lead you out with the song.
We're going to have a 10-minute break after this.
We're going to have a 10-minute break after the song. Well, actually, the song will play and you can just mill around.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back.
Okay.
But here it is, everybody. By the way, earlier on, some guy came in to put something in the bin, and then this was up on screen, and he just like stopped and he looked at it, and then walked out. And apparently, Zainab said he was very angry, and I was like, "Oh!" Anyway,
sing along if you know the words.
Yeah.
I know it feels like you can't win. they're counting their lies. Imagine them with $1 million or $2. What a surprise. We shouldn't play along with this deception. Haven't we had enough corruption? How do we win? Spoil your vote. The power's in your hands. How do we win? Spoil your vote. It's all in your hands. How do we win? Spoil your vote. It's all they'll understand. How do we win? Spoil your vote. The power's in your hands.
Now you have 7 minutes.
To accept
See you in a few.
the government's definition, this would mean there would be at least 72 genders, which could include, but are not limited to, agender, ambigender, adamasgender, aerogender, anisogender, affectogender, agender flux, alexigender, aliasgender, armorgender, ambigender.
Welcome back to the second half. The normals. And introducing the most normals of the... Or do we do the other bit first?
What's the other bit? We check back in with our
Yeah,
guest.
with our
our favourite guest and the man who the night is all about, Simon Harris. How you doing,
Yeah.
Simon? Simon!
Give it up
Yeah.
to Simon Harris.
And isn't he looking better and healthier already?
Actually, no, I'm dying.
What?
Why? What happened, Simon?
I had the third square of chocolate.
No, we told you not to do that.
We specifically said not to do that.
Yeah, it was worth it, you know?
Well, is there anything you want to say before you die?
Yes, actually.
Now that you have the opportunity?
I wrote a statement to be read in the event of my death. As Taoiseach of Ireland, I would like to formally offer my sincere apologies and those of the Irish nation to Soldier F and his family. For 50 years, they have hounded an innocent man, found innocent in a court of law. And I will say finally that with Fine Gael on his side, hopefully the future is bright for Lance Corporal James Cleary.
Stirring stuff. Well, we're glad you're here and we're glad you could speak your truth.
Yeah. Moving on to his fourth square now. So.
Oh.
Voice is the spice
The
of
man's
life, huh?
dying. Let him have a...
Yeah. Speaking of normals,
yeah,
would you please welcome to the stage the most normal people that there are.
Yeah.
The host of the amazing
podcast. Casements.
Just like us, we got a podcast as well.
Okay.
Casements Leftovers. We got Helen and Glenn. Give it up. The audience. They seem to be walking behind the stage.
Keep clapping.
Keep it going. They did it.
Ooh, I feel like I'm getting grilled already. Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Hello.
This
Hello.
is great.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. Hi.
And everyone can hear and everyone can hear. So how are you? Did you vote today?
Good. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I voted too.
Secret ballot. Can't say.
And I won't.
Luck.
Yeah.
And I won't
If
say.
you tell, it can't come true.
Keeping it to myself.
This is very like because we are the West Side Story of the Irish political podcast here.
Yeah.
So this is. So you are the Sharks. We are the Jets.
Good. 'Cause I
And
prefer
we're
the
coming
Sharks.
together
They're
for.
cooler.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know them. I just know
I
the
didn't
Shark
profess
is
to be
cooler
cool.
than a Jet, but I've never seen. Is it Guys and Dolls? West Side Story. I always get West Side Story and Guys and Dolls mixed up.
Yeah, they're the same.
Okay.
They're definitely the same.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen either, but like they're.
Are we the guys?
It's
You think me and
debatable.
Glenn are the dolls?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Interesting. Why do you think that?
I don't know what either of them mean.
we're the dolls. Also, we are inviting you now to say the F slur.
Yeah. Because as the diversity
James is-
hires, we wanted you to prove
Yeah.
that you're a part of the community. Because my aunt is really annoying, and she listened to my podcast once and then sat down with my parents and was like, "They constantly say the F word, and it's not the one you think." So you have to say it now.
1, 2, 3.
Faggot.
Never get me on tape with that.
They said it. That's how they introduced
Once was enough
to us. It was like, oh, the two faggots up now. Get in.
But we will be talking about Leo Varadkar later. And just
Yes.
unrelated. I will say that one of the funniest bits of audio, genuinely, because one of the reasons that we started this podcast, because I went to see Chapwood Trap. We went to see Chapwood Trap House in Liberty Hall.
That's
Oh,
not
I
why
was
we-
there as well.
Were you?
Yeah.
Okay. But one of them went up and each of them got assigned a political party and they had to come up with something to say about them.
Oh, yeah.
And so one of them had like Fine Gael and they just went, weren't they like a fascist party? And the whole place just erupted. And it was like, everybody knows this and it's common knowledge, but nobody says it in any of these mainstream things. So I was like, this is like a thing that's sort of missing of, so anyways, whenever you hear somebody who's saying something, you're like, anyway, I was playing some game and that's when I like Astroneer, I think it was. This is non-alcoholic, by the way, so I don't know why I'm slipping up so much. But it was, I had Casement's Leftovers playing in the background and you pulled up a blog post from Leo Varadkar back in 2009 or something when he headed over to America.
Oh, yeah, he was a part of.
Washington Ireland
Yeah,
program.
Yeah. And it was one of the best things. I had to put the controller down and I was like, I was calling people into the room. I was like, you got to hear this, you know? I was ringing up like in Back to the Future. It's like, listen to this, you know?
DuPont Metro Station has 173 steps to climb. So much for joining the gym while I'm over here. WMATA gives me a free workout every day. I'm living in Alexandria in Virginia in good old Dixie. Colin and I share Kathleen Barger as our, quote, host mom. He can have the 2 dogs to himself. I don't know what that means and he never explains it.
He really is like the cunt that keeps on giving.
Yeah. And he's back at it again. And as in like, he's every other week, he's saying something
Saying
now.
stuff
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, I've been reading. I'm also pretty sure that this is something that I could be. Was it liable for? But anyway, I've started reading his book chapter by chapter on the Patreon, doing like a mystery science theater style.
Oh, great.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
So each chapter, which is about 20 pages, they're each taking about an hour and a half to read. And if you've noticed that the first half of the show is meant to be 45 minutes, so that's why, you know.
Yeah.
So by the time this is read, I was like, I looked at it the way how long it took for him to read the book, and it's like 13 hours, and I was like, oh geez, that's a long time. This one's going to be like 24 by the time it's done, but I have to keep going. I simply must. But yeah,
Where'd you get that fan?
Saying I was fanning herself.
It's
like,
good.
She heard the girls were on stage. Yeah, like I mean, I think that okay. So I saved myself from. So I didn't read it. So I let Matt and Helen do the heavy lifting.
I listened to the audiobook of him
which
reading
is just
it to
so
me.
delicious.
Yeah. for, well, I listened to like half of it. But that was like 6 to 7 hours of my life with Leo Varadkar reading that book to me. That was good.
How's he doing with that lisp?
Well, the mad thing so I was reading the book, and at one point, like, he doesn't have any hobbies to speak of. But one of the things he said was
Power.
One of the things he said was, he said that he was in school and he got into trouble because he set a shed on fire. Okay, and you're like, oh, that's interesting. And then he said, I've always admired fire, and he starts going on about fire and how much he loves fire.
That's so good, yeah.
And then he
that's
talks.
His hobby.
I think he said I've always been a fan of fire, which is such an unusual way to put this.
And he says he loves it as a child, like he just loves it. Yeah, like, why would you keep this in the book? Like,
and my favorite.
Why did the editor keep it in?
So when you said
no one edited it, sorry.
I was listening to you were saying you listened to the audiobook, but I was like, I have to hear how he said that, and how he says it is like, I thought he'd be like, like being random, like, I've always been a big fan of fire, Matt is always telling me stop putting your finger through the candle, but instead it's like, I've always been a big fan of fire, putting my finger through the candle, seeing when the flesh burns, and you're just kind of like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like,
why are you
no
saying it
change
like
in
that?
Tone at all. Yeah.
The Ed Gein Taoiseach.
But let's get on to speaking. So we started off saying it would be normals, and then we started talking about the biggest freak that there is. So that sounded way too harsh. But he's a horrible man.
He's definitely.
I like how he's trying to reunify Ireland. in like a unionist way.
Yeah. He has a vision.
He really does.
Because he was his whole whatever. But the thing he's done in his post-political life is to be like, I'm all about reunification, and so he keeps talking about it. But every time he talks about it, he's like, I'm all about reunification, and those Republicans are going to have to make some compromises if they want it to happen. If they want to be in my united Ireland, they better be prepared to give up on the Irish language or whatever else.
But he's never once stuck to any actual political point at all throughout his life, apart from his own enrichment.
Yeah, like he doesn't have any sense of like, I don't think he has like a politic. Like his whole thing in the book is that he just like, he grew up in like the world we live in, of this like neoliberal world, and then he was just like, this is how things are objectively speaking, and how they will always remain. Like he has no sense of like, I'm going to do politics to change something. He's just like, I'll keep doing what everyone's been doing, but I'll be doing it.
Yes.
And that'll be great.
There was a great bit in the book, for example, where Fianna Fáil are in power and they're enacting austerity because they got a little head start on it. And he was basically kind of going like, they're doing austerity. I want to do austerity.
Yeah.
He's getting like really angry that they're doing it
like,
wrong.
He hates Joan Burton for the whole book. He talks, he's like, Joan came in late in her coat again. Like he hates Joan Burton. But then the one bit, he's like, I started to respect Joan because she did austerity. Like, He's like, she made a lot of tough choices, and I really respected her for that. And you're like, you couldn't write that.
Maria Steen, also, by the way, when you were talking about her, I was just like, let's spare a moment for her hot husband. They're in a lavender marriage. Like there's absolutely zero prospect of them ever doing anything sexual with each other. He has the most iconic eyewear, and it just doesn't really speak to his heterosexual credibility.
It doesn't.
And she's just embittered like any.
I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, sorry, go on.
What?
I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
He has to.
Are you going to find Maria Steen?
My housemate is locked out. So I have to let him out.
Of this venue, not the house. Of this venue.
Of this venue, yeah.
He's just outside.
That's that sorted now.
And I'm back.
All right. 3 of the people. This is the normals. So this is about the 3 people who are on the ballot.
Yeah. Who've earned our respect.
Yeah. For battling it out in the arena of ideas.
Yeah.
And politics. First one up, let's is Jim Gavin. We have to talk about Jim Gavin.
Of course.
Woo! Gone but not forgotten. A soldier. We salute him.
Yeah.
James did. It's a podcast, so nobody could see it, but the live audience could see it. So,
yeah.
What do we think of Jim Gavin? Do we have any thoughts on Jim Gavin?
I don't think he has any thoughts. Full stop.
Like, what was the plan for him?
I don't know, because I've said this as well. I was like, I'm going to look back 12 years ago and see him at presumably his peak and be like, this is why Micheál Martin chose him, because he's like a dub who'll go on and be like, look, at the end of the day, I might not know anything about politics, but that's going to be a benefit to me. We're going to go in there, we're going to, do little bits and blah, 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 whatever. And instead he just He's still babbling. Like in 2012. Is that 12 years ago? It is, isn't it?
13.
Anyway.
We have a mathematician.
But yeah, just nothing. He's got nothing. He's never had anything.
It was just the guy that he had on. They were just like, that's enough. That'll do it.
Like, I mean, I think it's also just like maybe they just like met at a party and he was just, and again, he was just like, oh.
He's in Fianna Fáil.
Oh, not Enda Kenny.
But Enda Kenny did like him, didn't he?
Interchangeable
Did he?
to me.
Probably.
Oh yeah, but you could even say Enda Kenny because
he's the type of person who's just like, can you shake a hand?
No, Jim Gavin was originally approached to run for Europe as for Fine Gael, so he had to become a member of Fianna Fáil to run for to get the nomination.
Specific? No, that's odd. Like,
yeah.
So they looked at everyone in Ireland and were like, it has to be Jim.
I have no idea why.
That's why, like, little bitter bitch, fucking Bertie O'Hearn is just like, well, they didn't even give me a call.
Yeah.
Did you see him when he was talking when he was talking to the reporters where he like buried the lead at the start for the gong? He was like talking to the reporters and the reporters were like, oh, like, I mean, tell us, like, are you not like upset that you did not get the vote or you didn't get the nomination of the party considering your like prestigious reign?
Yeah.
And he said, well, I'll tell you the story. And then he speaks for like 3 minutes and he was just like, because they didn't nominate me.
Yeah.
So like, who cares? Like, I mean, you didn't get it. Like, so just like you just like sour grapes, move on.
I would
Gavin
be pretty
did.
sore. Yeah, I would be pretty sore. Well, the other thing that happened was a Billy Kelleher round, and then there was like, the shifting goalposts in this election have been very, very funny as well. Where it's like, if Jim Gavin doesn't get like 33% of the vote in this kind of poll in Fianna Fáil, then that's bad news for Micheál Martin. And then Jim Gavin gets like fucking 26%, whatever. Billy Kelleher got some, big percentage. And I was like, oh, well, moving on, and it, to jump ahead a bit with Connolly, where they go like, she's been straight out the gate and she's really boring. And then you'll see she starts to pick up momentum. And then it's like, she's actually a clear and present danger. Like, take her out at the knees. And then they don't succeed in doing that. And then they go, it's really boring, wasn't it? It's actually really boring, actually. And I was like, you keep changing the rules about this. Like, I thought that this was like the biggest thing ever, and now it's not, And it's the same with Jim Gavin, where it's like, oh, he's like a celebrity and he's well liked and people love him, and now he's gone. And it was like, oh, he was a bad choice from the start. I was like, you weren't saying that though. But anyway. So there's Jim Gavin, and then one of the other things, I don't think we didn't have time to talk about it on the podcast because he dropped out too soon. But when the gaffes that he did, that was another thing I saw, was that Catherine Connolly was accused of doing a bunch of gaffes when it was Jim Gavin who was doing the bulk of the gaffes.
Yeah.
So the one was where he
had a gaff.
Yeah, he had a gaff he was renting out for very reasonable rates. And this guy just didn't like the fact that he gave a bunch of money to him for no reason, and Jim Gavin just didn't want to give it back. Get over it, man.
Yeah.
It was years ago.
Please. $3,000, like,
yeah,
who needs it?
It's like literally, he lost it in his sofa.
How much is a banana, like?
That's the way they've been treating it as well. Like most of the, I guess it's all right to talk about all three of them together because we're now in the main one. But I saw like there wasn't very hard interviews for Heather Humphreys, but one of the ones that I saw was on like Galway Bay FM, and he's the only.
Wait, can I ask how many votes do we have for Jim Gavin?
Yeah, who's voting for Jim Gavin? Who voted for Jim Gavin? Full house again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
One person's wearing a Gavin's shirt.
Yeah. Up the dubs. I did see a load of posters for Jim Gavin just outside of.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
he is from Dublin.
Interesting.
But did you see the video of him? We put up a thing. Do we talk about this? I put up a thing on Instagram and it was like people's favorite memories.
Yeah.
And put up a good one, didn't you? It was him pretending to be a farmer.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, when he pretended to be the farmer and he forgot to lock the gate and he had the tan trousers.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Gavin.
Yeah, there's like
acting like doing the improv.
He's like on a farm and he's like leaning on a gate.
Okay.
And then he forgets to lock it, and for some reason that incenses.
Yeah, that's like a burning cross to farmers.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's just like they're letting the money run away. I'd imagine it's like some
Who's
sort of
the
like
money?
theoretical kind of like
a bull.
Yeah, like a.
alive.
symbol of disrespect towards the farming community.
Yeah.
Who get nothing in this country.
Yeah. Oh, they're on their knees.
They ignored no representation.
Yeah.
Heather Humphreys was the candidate for the farmers. I think we could all agree on that.
I was at the farmers
The ploughing
thing.
championship.
Yeah, the ploughing championship. I was at the ploughing championship, and she was a happier than a farmer and shit. she was walking through shit, and all the farmers were coming up to her and absolutely
Really?
mobbing her spider fringe. She's just like their queen, like.
Yeah, and they're right to, because she was like, if I get in, you can do whatever you like to your animals. Like, do whatever experiment you want on your cow. You can, like, lock it in a shed for 5 generations, see if it turns white, you know?
That's a rural pursuit. Yeah. That's a rural pursuit.
And I'll get you off.
We were talking about, are we on to Heather Humphreys now officially?
Yeah, we'll do all 3, I guess.
But we were talking about her, and I said, I was just like, there is something about her that looks like she's the type of person who would get so irate that she would forget herself for just a second and spit on the person who's around her.
There was a Mirror article. I don't know if you read. Like, I don't know how true this is, but
she spat on a child.
They said that she something to do with disabled families or something like that, and then they all met up with her. And she got so angry that she thumped the table and started frothing at the mouth, according to this article. And I don't know whether I believe that, but there was another detail later on where one of the mothers said, they had this meeting, and then afterwards she got a call from Heather Humphreys and was like, I heard you were talking about me. And she's like, you weren't there. I was like, yeah, I had a representative there. What were you saying? And she just goes, I wasn't saying anything about you. You're the minister. You know. But I just she has this reputation, and I've seen it written up by all of the pundits who are kind of being like, ah, shit, man. She had, she's a likable person. I think it was, what's his name? He's got a Howland, not the Labour guy, some other fella, but he writes for the Irish Times, and he wrote this kind of write-up. That was her best debate, the last one that she just did. It was like, I mean, if you could say any of them were good, but either way, he goes, she's very likable, and that came across in her honesty, and I was like, anytime I've heard her any story about her, she's not likable. She told the digital fuck off.
She is honest. You know, they go
honest, yeah.
What'd you make about the mother and baby home? She goes, doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's genuine.
And you believe her. You believe it doesn't matter at all to her.
That is a direct quote, by the way. There was a Galway Bay FM interview that I was telling you about. One of them was, the guy asked her about the mother and baby home. He's like,
a million years ago.
She said, they were like, you voted for that. And she was like, well, I'm just happy that the case is going ahead in Tuam and that they're going to. He's like, no, I'm not asking about that. I'm asking about you sealing the records. Like, why'd you vote for that? And she's like, look, that was, it doesn't really matter now. And he's like, it doesn't really matter now. And then she's like, I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, well, I'm not, I don't know exactly what is sealed or what isn't sealed, to be quite honest.
You voted for this. You voted for this.
I voted because what I wanted to see was the investigation. I wanted the work to start. I wanted people to get some resolution to this absolutely awful problem. And I have to say, it doesn't really matter now at this stage because the work is there. It has started, and it's very, very important that these families get justice and that these children are recognised and that their names are remembered like they should be.
So it doesn't matter that the people who gave their testimony of their experiences of mother and baby homes, that doesn't matter that that's sealed away for 30 years?
No, sorry, I didn't mean that like that.
And then kind of proceeds to go, I'm just glad that these kids are... Can we move on? And then but one of the things that happened was, do you remember the ditch go over to her? What was it? She has a constituency office that has an apartment in it, and then they ask her about could that apartment not have somebody in it in the middle of a housing crisis? And she's like, fuck off.
There's a cow up there.
Yeah. When she's being interviewed,
there's a pizza parlor on there.
When she's being interviewed, she's being interviewed about it, and she was like, look, it's in no state to live in. You wouldn't want to live in it. And then he was like, could you not do it up?
Yeah, that's an issue.
Look, just nobody. He's like, and then she goes, he's like, I think people would want to see documentation. And she's like, what do you want, photos? And he's like, maybe. Yeah. And then I was just like, who's asking for this? She starts getting really agitated about it. And I just was like, where is... I don't know. I feel like if any of the people were like who were interviewing her were prodding her at all, that they get reactions similar. But they're like, oh, she's just so likable. She just says, "Can I just say?" and then launches into I don't know gibberish until I forget what question I asked her.
I know that Catherine Connolly was getting loads of kind of like, oh, is it true that you can volley loads of balls or whatever?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like, how many times has she been asked about her fucking toaster?
Yeah,
She's just like, is it true that you keep it in the cabinet? And she goes, yes, it is. It is true. It's very true. It was like, I'm a likable character. But I think that one of the reasons why they keep on saying that she's so likable is that like most of the like the journalists who are paid enough to be respectable columnists, that is their dinner party. It's all like Heather Humphreys and like, I mean, they're so in that milieu of like just like despicable characters that they just think that like of course they want to eviscerate children and think nothing of it. Of course they think that like, you know, foxes should be torn apart as a rural pursuit. Like, I mean, we're not going to judge them on that. They're making book. Like, who cares about it?
That was the thing about the apartments that I never got, because they were like, Jim Gavin had to drop out because he owed a bunch of money to a tenant. I was like, I'm sure they all owe a bunch.
I know.
Like,
I was
like,
kind of surprised. Like,
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised that I thought they'd just be like, oh, well, that tenant, they were actually arrears or some shit. I don't know.
Well, they were just going
Like,
like, I'll just pay it back
don't-
now. It was a mistake, I guess. I don't know. I don't care.
I don't know
It's also-
why. Like, I was like, but no one gives a shit.
So
about
was it
that.
was it the affair or no?
I think it was like that's the suggestion that's floating
I
around out
see.
there.
Something worse was around the corner.
But the fact that like, you know, it's like somebody might ask me about the tenant, and it was like, don't worry, they're not going to because they don't care.
Yeah.
Right? The only reason they care is because it was a journalist, and all you needed to do then was pay him back. You know, and then he did pay him back, and he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, this happened to him now, and he's a good lad." Actually, it was like, what the fuck? He owed you like $3,000 for like 10 years. You know, it's like. And then, but like you were saying about that with money like that, it's like that means nothing to them. They're like, oh well, whatever, you know. I'll fight for a little bit, but if I don't get it, it's all good. You know.
But like, I mean, it obviously wasn't that. If somebody owed, if a landlord owed me $3,000, I'd start like sending him his children's fingers. Like, I mean, like, I was just like, what? I was just like, I called his parents. I knocked on his door respectfully. I would have, like, I would have literally been plastering his face around the town.
Yeah.
Well, they said, what was it? If it was somebody, it would be like all the journalists knew, and then when Jim Gavin appeared, they go, "That's your pal there who owes you a bunch of money," and that was like a big joke between them. And I was like, it's not funny. I want the money. Give me the money. Give me the money if you don't care about it. You know?
Yeah, someone needs to have it. Yeah.
So that was like the other thing that he did. Sorry, like one of the he was at some fun run, and then he took a picture with somebody in the armed forces. I don't know who it was, but who was it again? Do you remember? Someone very high up, and he's like, "Hey, here's a picture of me with this," and then they were like, "This fucking soldier," and they're like, "You're not supposed to do that because there's supposed to be a separation." He's like, "Oh, I deleted." But then the other thing that they did was they got like drone footage of the fun run, but then they didn't get permission to fly the drone through the. So this idea of this guy who's like, "I will be your loyal soldier in dismantling the triple lock," and the drones that are flying into Poland, and you know, Russia's on our borders just gnashing like a wild dog, and it's like. You don't care about Israel flying through our airspace. You don't care. You don't even care to ask whether I can fly something through this part of the airspace, you know? And it's just crazy. Like, he was just so... I think what ended up happening was if there was other stuff that was coming out, which I think there might have been, the main thing was that, we've said this before, that he's just also not a politician. So if it was like Billy Kelleher or somebody, they'd be like, I got to stick it out to the bitter end because I'm a politician. Where he's like, well, I'm not a politician. I can just go away and do something else, and I don't have to do this.
Yeah,
and,
he's like, I couldn't be arsed with this anymore. He was like, you said this would be fun. This isn't fun at all. I'm out of here.
That's genuinely what they said to him. They were like, oh, they misled him about the presidency, and it was like,
what do you mean? You've lived in this country your whole life. About what element?
They told me I get a new home that I could rent out and never pay them back.
So what was that? There was that, and then there was, what else did he do? Yeah, it was better. He just had a bunch of silly interviews.
So who's voting for Jim Gavin?
Did we already ask? I thought you already asked that.
Heather Humphreys. Sorry, for some reason we're talking about Jim Gavin again.
Oh, it was because
who's voting for Heather Humphreys?
It's Full House again. Full
I
House.
one on the back.
Yeah, and then we talked. So the Heather Humphreys started. Was it Frances Fitzgerald? Was no, not her.
That was Mairead McGuinness.
Mairead McGuinness. There's like they all have like those Marvel Comics names, don't they?
Yeah.
There's like MMHH. So Mairead McGuinness was going to run, and then she was sick, so she's like, I guess I won't. And then Heather Humphreys was like, I guess I'll do it. And then they went in, and then she like announced her candidacy. One of my favorite things that she did, and again, the media will be like, Catherine Connolly has questions to answer, and then they keep asking the same questions again and again. The first time they were like, is your husband in the orange order? And she goes, I don't know, you'd have to ask him. And then they didn't. You know what I mean? It's like, not only did they not ask him, they didn't even ask her again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it was like,
That sort of things. Like,
I was
He's like, I'm sorry for asking.
yeah.
What was it came out yesterday?
Shit-eating or shit grin. She's like that fucking hater smile.
She was speaking at a Orange Order meeting.
Yeah,
Didn't
that was.
come
I
out?
think the Ditch said that recently, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
like recently she was.
Actually, I don't know when.
I think it was only put up today, so I didn't really get a chance to read it because it wasn't going to impact my vote all that much.
Does anyone know? Did anyone read it?
It was like an event. It was a campaign event for an Ulster Unionist Party candidate in the North. So she was speaking at that event as well.
Even worse.
Yeah.
She's not popular.
No, and then
I would say she's not a popular person.
when she starts talking about like all the stuff where you're doing, you're like, you know that like people in the South will kind of not respond very positively to like. That's a bad example. But you know what I mean? Like this kind of like, if you were like a super Protestant candidate, you would try and be like, I'm going to diminish these qualities just while I'm out on the campaign trail. And then it's like, do you like fox hunting? Oh, I fucking love it. I love fox hunting. I was like, and there's like, it's actually a real rural pursuit. Fucking which rural? I've never seen any fox hunting, you know? And then like the questions about the Orange Order, and it's like, yeah, I went to like a picnic or something. It wasn't that big a deal. I was like, I mean, any of them are pretty bad. And then the other thing that she said was like, and I was very happy to take Arlene Foster down here. Don't fucking shut up. Like, you know, I thought you were running to be like president. Like, anyway, that was a real weird one. It was like every opportunity. She's also a very bad candidate. Like, she's very lazy and a big narcissist as well.
I think we like our Protestants kind of like West British in Irish politics. Like we like the kind of like lofty kind of like is from like very rural Cork but speaks like fully like they're from like Dublin or something like or and like centre left. I think that those types of people do really well in Irish politics.
Hippie.
Yeah. Who's the leader of the Social Democrats again? She's Protestant.
Yeah.
Not part
Coded.
of a political podcast. Is she surely Protestant?
I don't know.
Does she keep her toaster in a cabinet?
The first person I thought of when you said that was Fintan O'Toole. I was like,
yeah.
I was like,
let's get a DNA test.
Yeah.
I just don't, I feel like they overestimated how good of a candidate. Like, I mean, it's obvious that they overestimated how good of a candidate she is. But first of all, like, I mean, the only thing that a political candidate is really valued for in Ireland, because the only job they really have is to be a public speaker. So that's why we've voted a selection of people who basically, like, I mean, Michael D. Higgins just looked like he's casting spells, and that's why I would vote for Connolly, is because she also looks like she's some sort of witch, and that is the only thing that the president actually does. They cast spells on people in Irish. That's the magic language, and if you don't know how to say abracadabra, you're not going to get in. And you know, that's why I think Hedda Humphreys didn't really reach that criteria. They can't, and also Gavin couldn't publicly speak as well. Like, I mean,
he couldn't speak English.
He speaks.
What was the thing she said in the sentence she kept? Like, I was really surprised. So one day they were like, "Are you going to learn Irish?" And she goes, "Well,"
she said, August. It
was like
August.
You know, I have one brother. I have no sisters. And then like
Agony.
And then the next time she was asked it, she just said the same sentence again. She said it cumulatively about 4 or 5 times. And I was like, just one more sentence, just any other. Like,
her eyes brimming with terror.
Yeah, she was so. And there was another. I suppose now we should talk about Catherine Connolly as well, because it'd be good to get in. So Catherine Connolly was like.
And then we have the quiz, do we?
We have to do the quiz.
So we've talked about all these candidates, but we're not sure who to vote for.
Right.
Yeah.
So we have a quiz to help us.
I get it. That was actually a lot more clever than I was doing. I did want to talk about like just all the stops that are pulled out for like, oh, she's evasive, she's not answering the questions, and then every time I hear them, it feels like answers to me, or at least answers that I would feel are satisfactory for the question. It's like this is, this particularly the Republican prisoner that she was like, oh yeah, no, she's rehabilitated. She's a good person for the job. She's recommended by a Fianna Fáil politician. There's no issues with the guards as far as I know. It's just she had to leave because she couldn't wait for the pass anymore. And they're like, did you not have any questions about what those guns were used for? I was like, as I say, I don't really care. You know, there's kind of this thing. But one of the things that they came up with at one point, they were like, so you do not have anything about a rapist? And I was like,
what about a paedophile? Two pedophiles. You employ them both?
That was a part of our public discourse, was journalists being like, so would you hire a rapist? And then fully national newspapers running with that as a headline.
And then Heather Humphreys was just like, I wouldn't hire a rapist.
Why? That should not have been allowed to be asked. I
No.
wish that she could have just been like, you're fucking gimp.
Yeah.
Stupid thing you just said to me. I'm not answering that.
Yeah,
It was insane. If I just sat down and was like, so? Rape? What do we think?
I thought that she was too lofty. I hated the whole. I know that she's playing the part of a kind of a presidential person and not
She
quick
speaks
to anger.
really slowly.
So fucking
Hurry
slowly.
up, it's
but
like talking to an American.
Yeah, or just she's just so insanely measured. It's infuriating. But you'd wish that she'd be just like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean?
Well, I'm the same guy on Galway Bay. His name's Morley or something. There was a bit where she's getting interviewed by him, and then at one point he's asking her a question, and she's like, do you know I gave time out of my day for this? She just goes like I had somewhere else I could have been, and I'm giving up my time for you, so could you just she was genuinely tetchy. But and then there was other times as well where Enoch Burke is screaming in her face, and he's like, we'll talk about it later, and he's just like, you know, gender ideology.
Did you see the AI video?
Yeah, so that was the other thing we're leading up, is that they're just we'll do the. So, has anybody seen this AI video?
I have not.
So yeah, I was telling them that there was this video that was released on Facebook. So this fella, I can't remember his name, but he's a lecturer for tech in some university, and he's like, "This is very scary. This is the technology now," and people are I've seen people responding to this thinking it's real, and it's very, very scary. And he actually went on Virgin Media tonight to talk about how very, very scary it was as well. And they were talking about, can you believe the technology has gotten this far? It's so scary what technology can do. Now, Zainab, if you please play that clip.
In the last few minutes at a Catherine Connolly campaign event, Catherine Connolly has confirmed her withdrawal from the presidential race.
It is with great regret that I announce the withdrawal of my candidacy and the ending of my campaign.
No, Catherine!
Now that Catherine Connolly has withdrawn from the race, what does this now mean for the upcoming election on Friday? Well, simply put, Friday's election is now cancelled. It will no longer take place as previously planned. But as for Heather Humphreys, she will become the winner automatically and will be appointed tomorrow.
What's his microphone here?
So, actually, we've gone through all the candidates, but there's one. We forgot one. Did you see the video? It was Varadkar saying that he's going to run. Zainab, can you get that one up? I saw this. Someone said this to me.
Leo Varadkar here, ex-Taoiseach of Ireland, for his final decree as President of Ireland. My good friend Michael D. Higgins has installed me as the second gay President of Ireland. I am declaring woke martial law. Pronouns will be violently enforced, and VAT on restaurants will be 15%. I created COVID in a lab. Bye.
Hey, my uncle sent me that, and I don't even know anyone talking about this.
His BMI looked really accurate.
I was surprised that didn't come up during. I'm surprised that nobody mentioned him in the room, and I'm also surprised that Heather Humphreys. How do you feel about somebody who used to be in your party running against you or trying to get the nomination? You set this up, and now you're leaving me out.
I didn't know you were.
This is crazy.
I didn't realize you were looking at me.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you think she'd say something about that? I guess just another thing she's avoided.
So now we're going to find out who we would vote for. So pull up. We don't know who we're going to vote for. I presume the polls are still open. So if you, yeah, that was the joke. All right, I have to get up and do this.
I thought that bit was funny anyway. You know, it's like we got fooled.
Yeah. I had one. Yeah, whatever. Look, the Irish Independent has kindly provided this survey, and I think if we all answer it, we'll find out who we're going to vote for in the next presidential election, which is today, and the polls are still open. So if you click Start Vote Smart, start it, Zainab.
Yeah, I think we thought we got our guests to do this.
Yeah. I want a president who does not intervene in politics. Where do we stand on that?
Do you want your president to be political or not?
Neutral.
Well, it's for our guests, isn't it?
Well, it's
I
for
would say
everybody in the
neutral.
room.
Neutral.
Strongly agree.
Yeah, hate immigrants.
Strongly disagree. I missed it. There are already too many climate policies.
Agree. Hate climate. Green.
Green.
That's green now.
Strongly agree.
The EU should get more powers. What
Hey,
are people on
Tina,
about?
why'd you
Slow down. Slow down.
Oh, hold on. The president should avoid events that commemorate the provisional IRA.
I think she should be in the bloody thing.
The rules on abortion should be relaxed.
It's too extreme.
Why is I don't know who's the what's
Like
the
the way it's worded is so shite. Like.
who is the candidate as well who is
What the hell does that mean? That's easier to access. No, that's not what it sounds like. That's insane.
the rules on abortion?
That definitely is what it means. They should be like the rules should be relaxed. Those rules are chilling. Yeah.
Abortions need to relax. Like that's.
I mean, are we doing this sincerely or not? I'm confused.
The rules on
I'm
abortion.
unsure how to move forward.
Abortion should be relaxing.
Strongly agree.
Abortion
Strong-
should be relaxed.
Yeah.
Strongly agree.
Sit back, relax, and have an abortion.
Strongly agree.
Green.
Dana.
I think they
To
should
the
be
right, to
taken
the right.
seriously and not in a relaxed manner at all.
It's our choice. We
The
chose yes.
presidential term should be shorter than 7 years.
I don't give a fuck.
Neutral, don't
Never
care.
No way.
I think it should be 100 years.
Yeah. You should die in office.
Yeah. They should
length
keep you
of their
alive in a
genetic line.
ventilator for 100 years.
Yeah.
Like an old cow in a
One
shed.
president monarchy.
Okay, she did neutral.
I-
Ireland should spend more money on
obviously,
weapons for defense.
Yes.
Yes.
Duh.
Pew pew. Yes.
And it's mad the way they say it.
Oh, sorry. Was that? Is that a
Live turnout?
Is that? Do we have an exit poll or no?
They're not doing exit poll.
Wait, what was that?
We're spending more on guns.
All right. We are 9 out of 23, so let's just
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, I'll
agree.
have some guns.
Go
Give it a
on,
yes.
do it. All right, fine. Then click that.
Okay, well then do the red.
Zainab, just click it.
Government policy should be more directed towards.
Nah.
Fuck that.
Redistributing my wealth? No.
Are they trying to say that?
I need
Yeah,
it.
Yeah. I want my wealth.
I'm using it.
So we're no. On the
No.
left. Red. Red.
Red or green?
Green.
Green. Okay, cool. It's green. All asylum seekers should be fighted with appropriate.
No fucking
I love that the implication is
No.
that Heather Humphreys
Absolutely.
doesn't agree with
Inappropriate
that.
housing only. No. Yeah, we'll give him a green.
Oh, right. Is that meant to be that soft thing where they go like, yeah, they shouldn't be in hotels. We should figure out some other solution.
Yeah, maybe
you know?
give them a room with
some
walls.
some
Yeah.
other solution that we're not going to articulate, but
Yeah,
you know.
Porta cabins with a window.
Gender is defined as. Now, this is one I love.
Gender
I love to
is
chat about
defined
this
at birth
one.
and cannot be changed.
Let's all talk about this. This is a great kind of public conversation.
Oh God.
The public dialogue
What an
about this has
ugly,
been really,
ugly
really good.
test.
Now, hold on. Let's let the lads actually answer
What do you
this in
think about
earnest.
gender, actually?
I've actually never thought about it before.
Yeah. No need, really.
Yeah.
No need.
How do
It's
you
always
feel
come
about
easy to me.
bathrooms?
I have to go sometimes. you know.
Guarded.
We all gotta go sometimes, huh?
Do you want a guard in the bathroom?
Hopefully, we'd have a guard at
Do you
each
want an
individual
escort to the
bathroom,
bathroom?
and make sure that they do a peak test and then go ahead.
Yeah.
Red. That'll be a red. Zainab. Are you using the trackpad?
Cannabis should only be illegal. Sorry. Okay. The president.
Go back.
Well, the
Cannabis.
whole thing is a mess anyway. We could just keep at it.
Cannabis should only be legal for use on health grounds. Strongly disagree. Next to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lock them up.
Cannabis.
Lock them up.
The president
Lock
should
them up.
Okay, for a united Ireland.
Ah.
Neutral.
Under what terms?
Like Ireland should be neutral.
That's a good point, Tom.
Close the borders starting with the north.
Yeah.
So neutral?
Neutral.
The president is currently paid too much.
How much are they paid?
Agree.
It's
Yeah.
too much. It's too much. I mean, no, that's a good point, actually.
I think
yeah.
they should just get their lunches paid for and then that's it.
yeah.
It's a vocation.
And bus fare.
Yeah, they should actually hand out like in church, like little baskets at each event.
No, but they make so much money off that. No, they'd make so much off that. A one for all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to pay tax on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Which we love. Yeah.
All right.
So is there an
Yeah, we're
option for
neutral
that?
on that. It's
Neutral.
Where's the tax-free delivery voucher button? Yeah.
Neutral.
Israel is committing genocide in Gaza.
Well, interesting one now. Tough one.
Look, it's again. Sorry, every single one. Every time you're looking at this, there's only two candidates in this race. So they're saying who you're going to vote for, and it's like, well, one of the candidates strongly disagrees with this statement. Well, like, who? I mean, even Heather Humphreys would have to say.
But it's all kind of like word salad with it. I was like,
Yeah.
well, I strongly disagree that, first of all, there is a genocide, but I strongly agree that it is.
Yeah.
Strongly agree. Military objectives, yeah, of course. People who are successful in life worked harder and earn it.
Leah Varadkar is in the race now.
When has this been discussed by the candidates
don't
ever?
know.
Like no one.
I think they just must have asked them this, right?
Red.
Do you think that? No, they just made this up. This is just
18.
nonsense. Like
And euthanasia should be allowed
under
in Ireland.
defined circumstances. I mean, what are the defined circumstances?
From this angle, it looks like circumstances was Christmas just by looking at it.
Yeah.
Assisted dying for
That's
Christmas.
rituals.
Okay, great.
Thanks for that one.
I would say agree.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
I think it should be
Get rid of
mandatory.
them.
There should be more means testing of welfare
For
payments.
sure.
Yeah, just straight away.
The president should speak out in support of
Support
LGBT
LGBT
rights.
No.
Fuck them gays.
Don't get political.
Yeah.
Strongly disagree, I'd say.
Strongly disagree or disagree? Yeah. All right, next one. We're two away.
Ursula von Why the fuck is she in it?
Ursula von der Leyen is doing a good job as EU Commission President.
Well, I would say that by the standards of the EU and its goals, she's doing a very good job.
As an EU Commission President, she's
Yeah.
fulfilling the brief.
That will be,
Objectively speaking.
Strongly agree. Last one, then after that. Do it.
Yeah.
Now, the triple lock should be kept in place. I love the way it is. You just had it. Wink. You know, they're good. Yeah. Click the info.
But
Click
right.
the info. If you click the. No.
No.
Go up. Click that. The deployment of Irish troops on overseas missions requires approval of the government, the Dáil, and the United Nations. The government is proposing to remove the UN requirement. So now if you go to the top right corner, Zainab. Beautiful.
So now that we all know, what do we think?
I'm in the military and I agree. I think strongly. Do you know what? Enough of this wishy-washy shit.
Yeah,
I need
exactly.
What's the point on a mild agreement?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And now this should be the results. Or is the next one the last one?
Yeah, the
Strongly
next
agree. Okay. The president should welcome President Trump on a state visit. Oh, hey, and have a... what would you... Do you think that Trump should get the Nobel Peace Prize?
I mean...
No, just if you've ever watched any of the debates, that's the question. They always say, Catherine Connolly, do you think that President Trump should get the Nobel Peace Prize for what he's done in Gaza? And you're like, and your face of just like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
It's just like,
why-
stop talking to me. I hate it when they do that, because I imagine like if Trump like settled whatever was happening in Ukraine, okay, whatever the fuck is going on, but if he settled it and then they settled it, massive air quotes, but like they wouldn't be like, and do you think you should get the Nobel Prize for it? It's like, why are you doing it like it's adorable? A genocide has happened, and it's not even the ceasefire as well. Is like, oh yeah, the ceasefire is holding, and it was like, oh, so Israel stopped killing people? No, but it's holding. It's like, how is it holding? They're still getting, like, it's crazy that they're allowed away with that.
They're bombing somewhere else now.
Yeah.
I think strongly agree. Preferably on their hands and knees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is going on back there? What is happening? This night has.
So like, yeah, President.
So they welcome
we
him.
love him.
Oh, there it is. Green.
Click it now. Let's see who we got. Yeah, scroll up, Zainab. So still 67%. That's funny.
67% Catherine Connolly would do all of those things. That's kind of creepy.
That's handy.
Well, considering some of those
were
answers
really
were
bad.
fucked. That is hilarious. Anyway, so I regret my vote.
Yeah. Yeah, where is Jim? How did Jim place?
Jim doesn't have opinions about any of those things.
I have to say, do you know when I voted today, the lady at the desk who I was like, she was giving me the ballot paper. She said, "So Gavin isn't running anymore."
Really?
She was just like, "So you just vote," and then she pointed at Catherine Connolly, and then she was like, "However you like."
So what for her was between Jim Gavin and Catherine Connolly? It looks like the one who was like specifically chosen to destroy the triple lock, and the one who is like, I might not just immediately sign that piece of paper when it comes in front of me. Like, that's the choice. It was just a referendum on the triple lock, essentially. And it's like, it was either going to be him or the person who's the exact opposite of him. Yeah. I think that's
window.
We've run out of time.
Well, we also came to the end of the itinerary.
The what?
Itinerary.
What about the itinerary?
We're at the end of it.
We are at the end of the itinerary. So that's the end of the show. Yeah.
We all
Thank you very
stand
much.
for the national anthem.
Yeah. Zainab, if you could put on... Wait, let me just put on the national anthem.
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having us now.
I know it feels.
Thanks everyone for coming out. Hope you had a good time.
But that's because.
Thanks very much to our guest, Casement Leftovers.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for Zainab for doing the tech.
Thanks for tech, Zainab.
And thank you for Gareth. For unknown reasons.
They're not my voice.
I was too frazzled on the night, so just to say thank you, James. James deserves a thank you. And thank you, everybody who came. We appreciate it. And hopefully we'll do another one soon. Yeah. Bye.
How do you ask for your vote? It's all in understand. And afterwards, when they're counting their lives.